Hey angels, welcome back to my channel. My name is Ashley NY, and in this safe space we focus on music, lifestyle, more so pertaining to self-improvement, self-care, self-love, mental health, as well as fashion. So if you love any of these things, you should love it here, and if you don't, I still love you. Let's get into today's video. So today's video is called Show Up for Yourself. Some ways that I show up for myself is prioritizing my mental health. I struggle immensely with my mental health, as I know a lot of people in this world do, and sometimes it's very hard for me to be in the present moment and really grasp reality. I've spent a huge portion of my life in this sort of derealization stage, and so sometimes it's hard for me to just be present in the moment. And a huge way that I show up for myself and kind of combat that is prayer and reading my Bible. I used to only have reading my Bible as my nighttime routine, but lately I've noticed that it helps a lot when I do it in the morning as well, especially using my Thrive Bible, which has a devotional in it. It just helps me really get a grasp on reality. You know, reading God's word is just something that's very intentional for me. Being able to see all the things that people went through in the Bible and relating that back to everyday life, just on a basis of us not being perfect, and of how God literally took so many different people and blessed them beyond belief and chose them to do his work. And so just reading these things just helps me see, like, wow, you know, me living this life isn't the first time that all of these things have happened. Isn't the first time that, you know, a person has experienced anxiousness or, you know, depression or not believing in themselves. Like, this is something that's happened again and again and again along the test of time, and I'm not alone in that. And so, you know, reading the Bible, praying, and really just being intentional from the start of my day helps me to set the foundation on showing up for myself throughout the rest of the day. Today is the day. Today is the perfect time for you to do everything that you said you were gonna do. Don't overthink it. Don't keep putting it off. Just do it. See, the thing is, other people can't see you the way that you see yourself because you're not putting any action towards what you want. You're allowing all those visions, all those amazing dreams and things that you see yourself as, you know, this bigger person, to just live within your mind and within your brain. But then when other people don't see you that way, or try to play you small, or, you know, belittle you, you're upset because you're like, this is not who I am. But people can only see what you show. So today is the day that I do everything that I said I was going to do. I've been saying that I'm going to edit my videos and, you know, really pursue YouTube again. But I keep putting it off. Keep playing small, keep being in my comfort zone, keep envisioning all these huge and wonderful and amazing things, but just let them live rent free in my head. All right. So I have some video ideas here, and I'm thinking that, yep, this is what we're gonna do. So today's video is gonna be called Show Up For Yourself. You know, a lot of times we talk about love bombing and gaslighting and trust issues, right? But we don't discuss how a lot of things in life are a mirror and are a reflection of what's within. And this is not to say that anybody deserves to be gaslighted, deserves to be love bombed. Like, no. Been there, done that. Definitely didn't deserve it, but there are things that we can learn from it. And when we identify those things, we can know how those things play a part in our lives. So with the topic being called Show Up For Ourselves, we need to talk about how at times we may love bomb ourselves. We may gaslight ourselves, how those trust issues rely deeply within us. There's so many times that we love ourselves, we shower ourselves with all these compliments, and you know, we're doing our best to build up our confidence, and then something happens and it all just goes out the window. I feel like we could kind of relate that to love bombing. You know, we're doing all these things for ourselves, buttering ourselves up, just to not show up for ourselves. And of course, these things are deep rooted. You know, I know that these things can come from abandonment. They can come from fear. These things can come from lack of faith, belief within ourselves, right? And let's talk about gaslighting ourselves. You know, consistently telling ourselves that we're gonna do something and then never do it. You know, those things end up giving us trust issues. How can we trust ourselves when we keep telling ourselves we're going to do something and then we never do it? It's the same as a person. If somebody keeps telling you they're going to do something, they're going to show up for you, you know, they're going to be there at 3 o'clock to pick you up and take you on a date, and they never show up, you're not going to trust them. And it's the same thing within ourselves. If we tell ourselves Sunday at noon, we're going to finally start making videos, we're going to finally do the thing that we said we were going to do, and then Sunday at noon strolls around and we're just like, I don't feel like it. My day was so draining. I'm just over it. And I feel like those things are tactics from the enemy. You know, he doesn't know much, but he does know that if he can get in our minds or play with our emotions, that 9 times out of 10, we're not going to be productive. So how do we combat that? Stop speaking and saying that we're going to do all these things, right? And just do it. Or, you know, get yourself a nice, cute notebook, write it down, make it plain, and then just do it. I think sometimes it's the fact that we're constantly speaking about things. But faith without works is dead, right? There's no action. So with that being said, Today is the day that we instill that trust back into ourselves. That we stop doing what's easy and step outside of our comfort zone. You know, our comfort zone, of course, it's safe. It's a place where we dwell because we know what's going to happen. We wake up every day and we know what's going to happen. But our comfort zone is the place where we are the least fulfilled. Yes, we might be safe, but are we being the most creative that we could be? Are we fulfilling our life's purpose? Are we fulfilling our heart's desires? No. So I want to help others see how important it is to show up the best we can each day, little by little. I know an issue I had was that I wouldn't do anything for like 5 days, right? And then on the 6th day, I would just try to cram everything in, you know, or I would procrastinate and then I would just try to cram everything in, right? But the way to stay productive and to show up for yourself is showing up for yourself every day, little by little. You know, if you want to do something, split it up into parts. It's that anxious side of us that feels like, oh, I gotta get this done, I gotta get this done, I gotta get this done, and then we overwhelm ourselves and then we're literally depleted. But if we just mark something off of our checklist every single day, you know, say you want to edit a video, start editing it little by little. I know it's hard because I'm a person that likes to get things done. And if this does not apply to you, apply it to whatever it applies to in your life, right? But it's just like with a video, you know, say that the first piece of the video, you need to chop everything. Chop everything one day, right? And then that second day, add in all your transitions. And then that third day, throw the music on that bad boy, you know? And then boom, you know, you do all these things, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, your video will be done so you can post it on Sunday, right? I think we gotta stop making life hard for ourselves. Life really is simple and easy, and it be the overwhelming thoughts and pieces of life that we dwell on that makes life hard. When if we just show up for ourselves every day, little by little, maintain our peace, and really do the thing that God keeps telling us to do and walk in our purpose, things could truly be so simple. But you gotta show up for yourself. That's the only way things are gonna work. You know, we want others to show up for us. We're not even showing up for ourselves. All that being said, come with me. Well, you're not really even coming with me. I'm gonna just change the camera angle so that y'all can watch me edit the first video that I'm gonna put out. I'm very, very excited, and I know that this is going to be the start of something new. And I pray that you all start that thing that you've always wanted to start, do something new, and show up for yourselves today. Something else that helps me show up for myself right in the beginning of the day is opening up those blinds and letting the light shine. Okay, vitamin D is a natural mood booster, so this definitely helps. Something else that I've gotten the habit of doing is just washing my dishes. As soon as I'm done eating, I didn't show that, but I did realize that I didn't eat. That's another way to show up for yourself. Make sure that you are getting all your vitamins and neutrals in eating. But I just had a quick little breakfast bagel. And so right after I was done eating, I made sure that I got up and washed those dishes. And it's giving helpless. We don't want our thoughts to pile up, but we also don't want the things around us just to start piling up or us to just be putting things off. So it just helps to wash your dishes as soon as you're done cooking. And also, I noticed that after I'm done eating, especially if I eat a decent sized meal, I might start to get the itis, okay? So getting up, washing those dishes, getting a little active will help you continue to be productive throughout the day instead of taking a nap. Now listen, if you need a nap, baby, take a nap. But if you're trying to show up for yourself and be productive, the best way to do that is just to stay moving, stay active throughout the day. I just want you to understand. I'm not the best to comprehend, and I know it, but it's like you see me when no one else can. You can find me under. Another way that I show up for myself throughout the day is just keeping up with my hygiene. In this case, I'm going to make sure that my lips are staying hydrated, that my hands are nice and moisturized because I cannot stand when my hands get dry. Just reapplying those things throughout the day, those simple little things that help you feel your best. When we sigh, you'll inquire, what's up? We'll say we're fine, we smile, it's normal, we're fine. Now the next and most important thing that I'm about to do to show up for myself is start editing my videos. I spoke about this in the beginning of this video. I have not edited any videos to the point where when I pulled iMovie up, I literally needed an update because I haven't edited in literally almost 2 years. So this was a huge way that I showed up for myself today. It just felt so good to be back in my element. I love editing. I love creating. I felt so excited to get back in that mode, you know? And it's just so important to show up for ourselves, show ourselves that we care. Showing ourselves that we care is showing up. And, you know, something that I haven't done in a while is just truly be creative. And when I was looking back on all the moments that I've had in my life, in my adulthood, and all the opportunities and the experiences that I've gotten to live, it was just really surreal because I was like, wow, you know, I have done a lot. And even though I took in a break, it is possible to show up, and it is possible to give myself another chance, which is literally the title of this next video. So anywho, I don't want to be repetitive. I just hope and pray that this video could really give you all some type of encouragement and allow you all to see yourselves the way that you were made to be. And with you all showing up for yourselves and not playing small, but really taking up that space, hopefully being able to conquer and achieve all the things that you want to achieve in life. So with all that being said, thank you all so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, make sure that you subscribe. If you liked it, make sure that you like. And if you have anything to say, especially to share any wisdom or any of your life experiences, if you feel comfortable doing that, make sure that you do that in the comments below. And I will see you all in the next video. Bye, angels.